This is going to be one of the shortest morning yaps we've ever done. I want to talk about some things that I've been seeing on TikTok. I don't know where my other blush is, y'all, lately, that relate to something that happened at the beginning of the year as well. Okay, so, and it has to be a quick gap because I am going off to be an operations manager. And for those of you that don't know, I do that job. I also run social media accounts. There are many things that I do that I scarcely, oh, that's the wrong side, scarcely find time to talk about. But anyway, okay, so have y'all seen the H Mart, the H Mart Wasian, which is half Asian, half white, TikTok drama with all of the older full Asians saying, you know, that, so the original video was like, I side-eye white people, it was from a Wasian person, I side-eye white people at the Asian market. And a bunch of older, full Asian, whatever that means, creators were like, and by a bunch, I mean 3, that were like, oh, you really shouldn't do that. You know, we should all just get along, da 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 da. Which, it's a side-eye, y'all. Like, any of us can handle a side-eye. That is the thing. Like, any person can handle a side-eye with even just a little tiny bit of personal development work. So it did not need to blow up like this. But the underlying conversation is now what constitutes Asian. Like, are you Asian enough if you're, you know, like the joke is you're not black if you don't have 4 black grandparents, right? And then other people believe that, like, you're black if you have 1 drop of black blood. And we have this obsession with, like, blood quantum in the United States in particular. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I disagree with gatekeeping. I understand the premise of it. But I also think that by gatekeeping and by using exclusionary tactics to determine who is Asian enough or who is black enough or who is whatever, based on phenotype or based on lived experience or based on where you grew up or based on who your parents were, like, the idea of exclusion is the idea of whiteness. Right? And I say this from time to time, but it just keeps coming back, and TikTok obviously feeds me this because of the biracial drama last year, or like at the top of this year, when Han said stuff about Beyonce and everybody took it the wrong way. And then there was the comment about, like, sucking on the teat of the oppressor. And it was a whole thing, y'all. And yeah, like, we're doing the work. Like, by excluding people and by like trying to blood quantum or trying to one up cultural experience, effectively what we're doing is using the tools that white supremacy has handed us. Now, am I saying that we are all going to get along all of the time and we're not going to side-eye each other? Absolutely not. Because this is not a binary. Like, it is not that there would never be exclusion, right? And it's also not that because there's no exclusion, then everyone gets along. It's that there has to be room in communities and has to be discussion in communities to figure out how to have these discussions with each other without trying to throw people out of the community, right? And that's a really hard thing to do. That's a really hard thing to do. And that is why, like, even the political landscape is so polarized, right? Like, just extraordinarily polarized. Anyway, I feel like I could talk about this all day, but I said this was going to be a short yap, and it is, because I got to do my kiddos' hair and brush their teeth, and then we got to go to this concert. So, love y'all. You're loved and lovable. Joy is the revolution. I'll talk to you soon.